Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, Traveling Gun. My name is Thomas. Today I'll begin a 5-day trip. This is the first trip of March and my first 5-day trip in a long time. I have 2 legs that I operate and one that I deadhead to Savannah. I do a Little Rock turn and then I deadhead to Savannah, and I'm done about 4:30 today. There are some things that have changed recently and some things that, I will talk about a little bit later on as the trip goes on. So I'm gonna get ready to get my pre-flight checks out the way, and I'll see you guys once I get to Savannah. Good afternoon, everybody. So I made it here to Savannah, and like I said, I only had 2 legs today, and I deadheaded into Savannah. I've been here several times to Savannah, being that I live here in Georgia, so it's a popular vacation spot for people. But here's the view from our room. Have the lake behind me here. But today was very uneventful. This weekend begins All-Star Weekend here in Atlanta. The mayor's already said, she didn't, tell people not to come here because of obviously reasons COVID-19 or whatever. But obviously nobody's paying attention to that because people don't have parties. I've seen so many promotions about different things going on this weekend, and the airports are full. But other than that, that is all that I have for you today. I just was gonna see what it's like tomorrow in the airport, being that it is All-Star Weekend, just to see how much the traffic changes coming into Atlanta tomorrow. Also, my trip was originally like a 5-day on a 900, but there was a certain layover there where I didn't want to go stay, so I swapped it out for a 200, and then I pick it back up on a 900, but not the same trip with my same flying partner, but another trip that's different. Basically, March is going to be all over the place because I've mixed and meshed all my trips together just to try to get hours, because I was only originally awarded 80 hours, and yeah, that's not gonna fly. So I have a 3:30 wake up in the morning because I have a 4:45 report time. So I'm finna go wind down, get ready to get up in the morning. I'll see you guys tomorrow morning. The not so glamorous part about this lifestyle: 3:53 in the morning, 4:45 report.
1, 2, 3, 4.
So I made it onto the 200 for my plane swap here. I'm going to Albany, Georgia. It's spelled Albany as in Albany, New York, but here in the South we pronounce it Albany. And I'll leave it on the screen to give you a better enunciation of it. Most Southerners have a tendency of not enunciating every syllable in letters and things, and I think that's how Albany came about. Sat for these 4 hours. I thought they might have changed my schedule or not, but I guess they didn't. I have another hour and 50-minute sit once I come back after the return. It's only a 28-minute flight. I only have like 10 passengers on board, and it's pretty easy. 200s are shorter flights, and everybody is chill. So I know it can kind of be overwhelming, especially for new hires, when you're like, dang, I have to work by myself. I know that anxiety that comes over you, because I had the same feeling, thinking it was going to be hard, and it's not really hard. Once you get rid of that first leg, the jitters are out the way, and you're like, dang, okay, it's not that bad. But I understand if you're nervous about working by yourself on a 200 or whatever other, I don't know the other aircrafts that has only one flight attendant, but I know there's others, I just don't know them exactly. So just get it out the way and everything will be okay. And I'll keep you guys updated, and I'll see you guys once I get to Brunswick tonight. I've made it here to Brunswick. Survived the sit. There hasn't really, well, it was kind of eventful on the flight here to Brunswick. Had a passenger who had an issue with sitting next to someone, and he was trying to tell me that my company policy stated that we wouldn't sit next to anybody, which it doesn't state that whatsoever, but it does state that they are blocking middle seats. But as everyone, or if you don't know, On regionals, we don't have middle seats. It's 2 seats next to each other on either side of the aisle, so there's no middle seat to block. And I was trying to explain it to him how it works on this versus our main line, and he just kept cutting me off. Because at the end of the day, if he would have just been a little bit, just a smidge patient, I always move people around once I see boarding is done and there's open seats. I kind of go to, especially the men that I see that are kind of bigger, especially on 200. I'll say, hey, would you like to, you know, sit here? It's an empty seat or whatever, so you can have more room, be more comfortable. I would have ended up moving him, but he was like, I need to talk to somebody. I know everybody at your company very, very well. And the policy said that we would not be sitting next to anyone. And the policy does not, it's nowhere in there as to say you will not sit next to anybody. We've upped our capacity to 65%. So therefore, everybody's not going to be able to have a seat to themselves. Now, mainline does block the middle seats. So you're sitting on opposite sides of the middle seats, but you know, he didn't want to hear that. But, and again, it was still uneventful, but it was, you know, kind of an issue kind of for like about 5 minutes because I was trying to explain to him, but he kept cutting me off every single time of me trying to explain him so he could get a better understanding. So I just like, I'll get the gate agent for you because honestly, there's nothing I can do because I didn't book him and I didn't sit him next to someone. But either way, I handled it. The guy next to him, I told him just to move up front to one of our business seats. And it was, you know, it was all solved. But other than that, that is all. I am sleepy from this morning, getting up at 3 something in the morning this morning. I have another early report. I have a 4:15 van in the morning. And then, but tomorrow I'm done a lot early. I'm done by like 12 o'clock. So I'm going to go try to work out for a minute, come back and try to get as much sleep as possible. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Hello everybody, so I made it to Montgomery, got in my clothes changed, and I'm finna go down to the Korean barbecue place. So this will be my first time actually eating in a restaurant in probably a year almost. You know, since the pandemic happened last year, I haven't really ate inside of a restaurant, and then I'm more so of a cooker, so this will be my first time actually sitting down in a restaurant and eating for the first time. So let's go eat some Korean barbecue. So I am in the Korean barbecue place. It's called Gong Tofu Barbecue here in Montgomery, Alabama. And you know, it's pretty decent. It smells really nice. Just take a look at the menu here and to see what I'm gonna get for the barbecue. Typically, it's usually charcoal, but I guess since we're inside, they're using gas grill instead. But let's take a look at the menu here and see what they have. So they have, if you're ever in Korea, short rib is like their main thing that they do. Like it's very, very good, and they do it very well. Short rib, beef bulgogi. They have brisket, prime rib. Then they have, of course, the marinated boneless ribs, pork jaw, pork belly, pork shoulder. They have a lot on this menu. So I'm not for sure what I'm gonna get, but I'm gonna continue to look through this menu and see what I'm gonna order. I ordered some pork galbi basically, and don't judge me, I haven't had pork in a while, so this will be my first time eating pork in probably like 2 or 3 months. But it's the spicy kind, and I got some cold noodles with it as well, which cold noodles go well with barbecue. And they brought the sides with it. I have kimchi, fish cakes, bean sprouts, and I think scallions and vegetables right here. So I'm just waiting on them to bring. And another thing is, they don't use knives. They always cut everything from noodles to meat. Everything is used with scissors in Korea. So I'm still waiting for my pork galbi to get here, and once it get here, we can get to eating. So my food is here. This is my pork galbi, which is basically spicy marinated pork steak and scallions, onions. And then I have my cold noodles here, again with my kimchi and fish cakes. And so I'm finna get to eating. I'll let you know once I'm finished eating, because I don't want to, you know, smack while I'm on camera, because it's not a mukbang video. But I'll let you all know how it is once I'm done eating. I'm gonna show you how I put together some of this. So what I do is I take the meat off the grill, put it on the rice, and let it cool down for a little bit. And I'll probably eat it with the noodles, because obviously there are no forks. There's no forks or anything for you to eat it with. So I'll take the noodles, get a handful of the noodles here, It's not as spicy as I thought it would be, but it does have a little kick to it. So basically, for a price point, it's really good. I would say that for a fact that it is really good for a price point. But I can't talk. I haven't mastered the talking and eating and trying to vlog at the same time. So I'm gonna go ahead and end it here, and I'll see you guys a little bit later on once I finish eating. So I made it back to my room, and I completely wiped out everything that was on that table. As you can see in the clip, in the B-roll that I insert here, everything was good. The weakest link was the cold noodles. I probably, next time I would leave off the cold noodles, because had I known they gave rice, which I should have known anyways, I would have never got the cold noodles. I could have saved that little $5 or whatever and not get the cold noodles. That was the weakest link. So, excuse me. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'll give it an 8. You know, now that I've tried it, I'm not going to try to pick up a layover here just for that again. But if it's awarded to me, I won't swap it out. And I might eat there again and try to get something totally different. So, fun fact, how Korean barbecue came about was the Mongols introduced it when they inhabit the country in the 13th century, and they brought the idea of communally grilling marinated meat, thinly sliced marinated meat. So that's how Korean barbecue came about. It's from the Mongols. So you have the Mongols to thank for Korean barbecue. But that's just a weird fun fact that I remember from when I did my research from when I went to Korea 2 years ago. So, but other than that, I'm gonna let my food digest for a while, and I'm gonna go downstairs and work out, because usually I work out once I get to the hotel. But since I wanted to beat the dinner rush, I went ahead and ate first, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. I have a 5:30 van, I think it is, or yeah, 5:35, 5:25. I asked again so I can make sure, because I think I wrote it down on my key card. But I'll see you guys tomorrow. Tomorrow is my last day on the 200. Then I swap back over to a 900, and I have one more day, because usually tomorrow's go home day since it's day 4, but it's a 5 day. So I'll see you guys tomorrow morning once I get up for day 4. Good morning, everybody. Today is day 4 of 5 for me, and I'm getting closer and closer to the go home day. Today's my last day on the 200. I end up in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, even though Hershey, Pennsylvania is near there. So I end up there tonight, but I have to get down to the van. I have like 15 minutes to get down to the van. I'll see you guys later on today once I get to Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. So I finally made it here to Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, and I thought we were staying at our old hotel, which we aren't. We're staying downtown now, which I would have, if I would have known, I would have worked some things out or whatever. I needed to go to the store to get some more juice, and try to go to the vending machine to get some juice, some cranberry juice, and go figure, the only machine with cranberry juice in it doesn't work. So, but you know, it is what it is. One of the things, I'll be all right. But today was very uneventful. We were late coming to the hotel for the simple fact of our captain had to defer his seat, because when a passenger got off the plane, he basically pulled back on the seat in front of him to pull himself up, and the seat broke back. So we had to wait for him to call maintenance to defer it, which took about 30 minutes. So, but other than that, that's all that happened to me today. I'm still trying to finesse my schedule from these 80 hours, but I thought about, there's a 5-day that I could pick up on the 11th because I'm off on 3 days. But I was like, it would only give me an hour extra of credit, and I'm not going to sacrifice my off day, you know, because that's not worth it. And then to only have 2 days off after that. So I was like, nah, you know what? I'm not going to do it. So I'm still trying to finesse that and see what I can do. But I'm finna lay down. I'm sleepy, and I'm gonna get ready for tomorrow because I have an early report tomorrow morning. So I'll see you guys later. Good afternoon, everybody. So I've made it home. Today was very uneventful. I only had 3 legs. Nothing really happened. It went smooth as possible. Didn't have any delays or anything. Nobody got out of hand. Everything went smoothly as it should. I'm off for the next 3 days. I'm gonna use this time to get my yard prepared. I'm working on my garden and just get my yard prepared for me to plant seeds, because I don't want it to look like a barren wasteland for the remaining time that I am here. So that's what I'm gonna do on my 3 days off. I was thinking about picking up a trip, but I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna keep my off days the way that they are. But other than that, that's all I have for you all. I want to thank you all for watching. If you're new here, please make sure you subscribe. To all my returning subscribers, I appreciate the support and the love that you do show me. As always, hug on the ones that you love. Tell the ones that you love them. Until next time, I'm out.